Folks, welcome into Degenerate Danger Zone. It is February 17th, and it is time to get some free money. Meerkat and myself, Ty B, have a ton of plays today, especially in soccer. So a bunch of afternoon free money before I think we might do a special train wreck tonight where we're focused on gambling later on. But first, Meerkat, a shout out to our sponsor, Manscaped. Manscaped brings you the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. They offer precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. They obsess over their technology developments like the 7,000 RPM motor in the Lawnmower 3.0 and the ceramic anti-nick technology. Absolutely beautiful, and that's why over 2 million men worldwide trust Manscaped with their family jewels. Join the movement for your below-the-waist grooming needs over at manscaped.com with promo code TRAINWRECK to get yourself 20% off. Again, promo code TRAINWRECK to get yourself 20% off. Meerkat, we got to start here talking about the Dart. The Dart is getting on another win streak. How are you feeling right now?
I mean, it's feeling good. It's just when we won that Nuggets game, I called it. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull the Dart record up over here. But when we won the Nuggets game and it didn't just crush me, I said it. I'm like, I feel like this is the start of a heater. The Dart doesn't do stuff like this. It's being nice out of nowhere. They're about to treat us something nice. Next night, we get the crazy win in Chattanooga with the 3 that would have been the game winner, called off because of a timeout. And then last night, Georgia is an underdog, +3 we had on the line. They won outright by like almost 10, I believe. Watch out, folks, because we got the Dart coming after this. I'd tell it if I were you.
No, absolutely. And I think that's going to be a great one. But let's start off here. We got the Champions League today. It was back yesterday after quite a little bit of a break there. But we saw PSG, a nice winner, plus value there. But today we have my Juventus at Porto and Sevilla hosting Borussia Dortmund and Giovanni Reina, the young American. But let's focus here first on this Juventus game. You see the flag behind me. I have to ride with my boys, Juventus. I think they're going to get it done. -103, -100. And like, if you can get an even bet ever on Juventus, you got to take it, especially against a team in Porto who is struggling a bit domestically, haven't been getting a lot of wins recently, a bunch of draws in a row. So I love playing Juventus here. No Bonucci in the back, but that's all right. Besides that, you have De Ligt and you have Chiellini, obviously your long-term stalwart there. And in front of them, Ronaldo is looking very good lately, been scoring a ton of goals. This team is sort of figuring things out. You're getting a ton of great production out of Weston McKennie, which I absolutely love. I think, if he's in that lineup today, which he very likely will be with Arthur out as well, I think he's going to contribute immensely to this team being able to get that win. He knows when to join in the rush, and he's been helping out a ton, and you see that connection immediately with Ronaldo.
Yeah, McKinney has been awesome. I love talking U.S. men's national team with you. We'll send each other tweets and stuff whenever there's news because it's insane how good the prospect pool is right now. The current team, not now. These guys aren't prospects anymore. We're finally reaching the point where these guys are playing in major European competitions and they are showing what they can do. And they're U.S. players. We don't have to rely on Clint Dempsey and Landon Donovan to be the saviors of our country anymore. We have legit, not to disparage those guys, love what they did for us, huge fans of them, but we have legitimate superstar potential on this team. It's awesome to see. I'm riding with you. I'm on Juventus today against Porto. Porto hasn't looked good. Their last game, even against Boavista, not a good team. They should have lost that game. They got crushed statistically. They were down at half. They crawled back for a draw. They've been drawing like crazy. And then Juve, Cristiano Ronaldo, in a big game in the Champions League. I love that spot for him. I don't think he's going to crumble just yet.
Like at home in Portugal. Yesterday.
At home in Portugal, too. Exactly. He's going to make a statement. And, there's just the history points towards Juventus here, just with a lot of things, like Porto have never beaten Juventus in their European competition. Only other team to do that against Porto is Liverpool. It's just they played a lot before. They've never been able to beat them. There's been some draws. It's a big spot for Juve. I like them to come out and perform.
No, absolutely. And they've been playing much better as of late. Some big wins, and they're getting themselves right back in that title contention there in Serie A. But let's move on to Sevilla and Borussia Dortmund, which I think is a very interesting game. Both teams here in the plus 150 for Sevilla, plus 190 for Dortmund, and plus 235 for the draw. I believe it's like 7 or 8 like straight games for Dortmund or something like that, against top 5 teams in Champions League where there's not a draw. So I think you can throw the draw out of the window in this one. It's going to be a winner on one side or the other. And Sevilla are in amazing form over their last 20, just 2 draws and 2 losses. So that's 16 wins in that span. A 75% clip. You got to absolutely love that when you're looking to bet on this one here, Meerkat.
Yeah, I'm betting on Sevilla here. Everything's pointing towards them. Ever since Dortmund fired Favre, they haven't been great. Look at them in the Bundesliga. They only won 1 of their last 5. No wins in their last 10 Champions League games, too, as a club against Spanish competition. These guys don't travel well to Spain, don't play Spanish teams well at all. The style doesn't match up. Haaland's been great still for them. I might look at him to score, but Sevilla's defense is just so incredible. You just brought up their form in overall. Their form is incredible. They've got 5 straight La Liga wins, only allowing 1 goal in across all 5 of those games. They've been incredible. They beat Barcelona 2-0 in that Copa del Rey semi a week ago. They look good. They're a scary team, and they get them at plus 150 today. I love it. I love it.
No, I'm all over that one too. I think, Meerkat, when you look at Sevilla, they're a very, very sound defensive team. They're like when you look at the New York Islanders in hockey, where they're going to play their system. They might not be the best team. They might not have the most dangerous players, but when they're all bought in and they're playing as a full 11, they're one of the toughest teams in the entire world to beat. That's why they've done so well in the Europas the past few years, where they've won a bunch of them, and that's why they find themselves in the UCL every couple of years, because they keep winning Europa League titles. So I think this is a big game here for Sevilla. Obviously, you can see Dortmund come out. They have that little bit of a blitzkrieg offense where they'll come out and send everything at you. But if that's not working, with Sevilla's style, like, it's going to be very, very tough to break. I just don't see them doing it because they haven't had that consistent form recently that we saw from them in the beginning of the season when they were putting up 7-8 goals. They've been more of that team that gave up a 5-1 loss to Stuttgart, and I'm not seeing that from them. I just don't trust them here in that spot. So that's why I'm riding with Sevilla, especially at home.
Yeah, I think it's just the play on this game. Not saying it's a lock by any means. It's just the play to take in this game, especially at the value. Because you don't know, Haaland might come on and score a hattie.
And real quick, this game starts in a minute or two. Atletico Madrid, minus 120, minus 122, around there. Take Atletico against Levante. They got to play again in like 4 days. I'd like Atletico to come out and get a big win in this first one. I think that's a spot where they need to win to keep putting up those numbers up at the top of the table there. Obviously, you have Barcelona and Real Madrid who are going to be nipping at your heels all season long, and Sevilla's right there, and if it's going to be competitive there in La Liga. So, Meerkat, any other plays you got?
Just one more. Been riding pretty hot in the NBA still. One thing, though, that hasn't been great for me is just betting the Nuggets every single night. No matter what, I talk myself into them. But tonight, I'm doing it. I'm taking them again. I'm giving it out to you guys. I don't give it out every day, but I'm giving it today. Nuggets minus 3.5 against the Washington Wizards. They're coming off a back-to-back. Sure, last night, hard-fought one against the Celtics, where at the end, they just got smoked. Not absolutely dominated, but Jokic was the only thing going on that team. Nuggets had 22 team turnovers last night. It's not going to happen again, and I'm not afraid of the back-to-back. We're 7-2 against the spread in our last 9 back-to-back games. So the Nuggets just aren't going to have 22 turnovers in a game again. Jokic is playing MVP basketball every game. You're getting consistency out of Jamal Murray again, which is huge because, had an incredible bubble, came back to start this season a bit slow. Now he's being consistent. And if Michael Porter Jr. plays 24 minutes and scores 0 points again tonight, I will shave my mustache live tonight guaranteed, because it's not going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Outside of Jokic and Murray, the entire team was awful. We had Facundo Campazzo starting. I mean, he's a 28-year-old rookie from Spain. it's just he's not bad, but it's just the team's in a bit of disarray. They're not going to play as bad as they did last night. The Wizards are very susceptible, a bit of a darling. I've made some good money giving them out to you guys a few times this year to cover spreads and stuff. Not tonight.
Yeah, Holland to score, I think, is an interesting play. Holland, it seems like whenever he comes into the Champions League, he can dominate, especially when he comes off the bench. The dude comes in, puts in 2 goals within like the first 10 minutes. If you're looking for a guy to score, that is a great name to pick. He is the most dynamic player for that Dortmund team. If he gets that start and he's actually getting some help coming forward to break that Sevilla back line, he could be the one to do it if it's going to be anyone for them. But my last play here, Meerkat, I'm going to go with the New York Knickerbockers -4.5. The Magic are banged up. You get Cole Anthony, Aaron Gordon going down with injuries as well recently. Evan Fournier, Farouk Aminu, and Ennis are all still questionable, but neither of them played in that most recent game either. They've just won 2 of their last 10 games. And the Knicks, their only injury they're really struggling with right now is Mitchell Robinson. I think that's not going to be a big issue. You see what the numbers Julius Randle's been putting up this year. Absolutely unreal. Just playing all around. You don't have a ton at the guard position for the Magic. You only really have Michael Carter Williams. You're gonna have some good mismatches here. I think if you're the Knicks and the way the Knicks have been playing defense, I think they can get a win. And 4.5 isn't that much to cover in this spot here, Meerkat at home.
Yeah, when I was looking over the lines to see what stood out at me before, I did my deep dives, that's one that stood out to me this morning. Knicks have been great lately against the spread. I like them in this position tonight. I might throw a little bit of a sprinkle on that.
Absolutely. So make sure you guys stay tuned at Degenerate Zone for more. We're going to have the dart and everything else coming throughout the day. Tons of great articles over at trainwrecksports.com from Wake and a whole bunch of other stuff as well. And make sure you get over to manscaped.com. Use promo code TRAINWRECK. Get yourself 20% off plus free shipping. That'll wrap it up for myself and Meerkat. Make sure you get out to the creek, get online, call in, text in, do whatever you got to do. Hammer your bookies. Go get that free money. Good night.